last year saw the release of Impulse's tiny arcade range. 4 games, 4 early arcade games released, which works really well in miniature form. Space Invaders and Galaxian use controls left, right and fire, and the Pac-Man games up, down, left and right, and that's your lot. So they worked pretty well with the limited space you've got. Now this year has seen the release of Wave 2 of the tiny arcade range, and I've only bought one of the games, and that is Dig Dug, which I've got here. Now the reason I've only bought Dig Dug is because the other games seem to have their problems. Frogger has different music to the original arcade game, so that's put me off from buying that. Gallagher looks really jerky. The frame rate on it looks terrible. Now these are not running the arcade ROMs, they're totally rewritten. So I'm not sure what's happened there, why they couldn't get that running nice and smooth. It's a fairly simple game, I would have thought, to write compared to modern titles. And the other game is the Miss Pac-Man and Galaxian anniversary cab. And as I've got both of those games, again, I've decided against buying it. So let's take a look at Dig Dug. It's obviously Atari stroke Namco game. The artwork on it, fairly faithful to the arcade game, the arcade original. Looks the part. Switch it on, that would help. As I say, these are not running the arcade's ROMs, they've been rewritten, so this is slightly different. The biggest difference with this is in the arcade game, when you moved your character, the background music would play. And in this, the background music plays once you start moving your character. If you stop, the music still plays. Also, the resolution on this game is slightly more than what the screen can handle, so the lower you go towards the bottom of the screen means that the screen starts scrolling, which wasn't the case in the arcade game. So movement is up, down, left, right and fire. And it's a strange game because you pump up the bad guys. So, and I'm dead already. Problem being, and I think this was the case in the arcade game anyway, you can't actually fire and move along at the same time. Now, I'm not doing too well, am I? Let's bring this a bit closer so you can see. So it looks very nice. I think the collision detection with the rocks can be a bit off. I actually got him that time. 1,000 points. Run away. Alright, let's get this last one. So yeah, it's fairly authentic, but I don't know, just the game is slightly more advanced than the previous games released, which just makes it a little bit harder to play with these tiny controls, which is a given, I guess, but yeah, I'm not sure how many more games they can release in this form, because obviously games become more advanced in the years. You know, the first wave are all pretty much early arcade games. 1981, Space Invaders I think was 77. So yeah, just it's going to be interesting to see what else they can do, but it's hard to recommend this one. The first wave, if you can get them cheap enough, I'd say get them. They're playable. You know, despite being a novelty, you can actually play them and enjoy them. This one, it's hard. It really is a lot harder. Let's give it another try. So if you've got any of these, particularly Wave 2, Frogger and Gallagher. Let me know what you think in the comments if you're enjoying them as much as Wave 1's games. As I said, I'm a big fan of Big Doug. I love the arcade original and I used to play it a lot on the Atari 2600. So it's a game I like and I'm glad I've got it, but I'm not sure if this one is for everyone. Alright guys, until next time, take it easy and stay tuned to Retro Asylum.